Hello everyone, I am Ankit Kumar and I welcome you all to Educational Circuit. And as you know, SSB interviews are going on and I hope your preparation would be going on very well. And today we will discuss a very important point, which is how important being a fresher for SSB interview is. Alright, आज हम देखेंगे कि जब आप SSB इंटरव्यू देने जाते हैं तो आपका जो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट होता है, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इट इज़, हाउ इट इज़ ए गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर यू। ओके, तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। एंड बिफोर स्टार्टिंग डोंट फॉरगेट टू क्लिक ऑन सब्सक्राइब एंड बेल आइकन and active all notifications so you can get most important content for your all defense written examinations like AFCAT, CDS, NDA, INET and Territorial Army, and most important content related to SSB interview, related to all techniques, how to prepare and how to crack SSB. Alright, let's start. Dear candidates, I have seen candidates in a large amount, especially those who are going to attend SSB first time. I have seen that they don't prepare for their SSB seriously. They don't take their first attempt seriously. Alright, and when I talk with them, so they say that this is our first attempt and we are going to see the process. Let's see how the things and how all tests take place there. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are thinking like this and if you are going to attend your first SSB by having such kind of thoughts, then you are doing a blunder mistake. Alright, and you will keep on going there and returning back on day one. Okay, and this process will be continued, right, and you will keep on getting screened out. Okay, because your first attempt is very easy attempt and it is golden opportunity, and once you become a repeater then things become difficult for you. Okay, because when you become a repeater you will have to sit in a group in screening of repeaters. You may have experience of only one SSB, but there will be other repeaters in your group who will have experience of 5 SSBs, 8 SSBs, 10 SSBs. So they will perform well and they will not give you chance to speak in group discussion, and there will be massive fish market. So it will be little difficult to show your qualities, to take participation in group discussion and to have attention of your group mates and assessors there. Alright, so that is why being fresher is very good opportunity and it is a golden opportunity for you, so you should take it seriously. And when you become a repeater, then board has higher expectations from you as expectations from a fresher. Okay, because you have gone through the process and you have seen the test and all the activities which take place in interview, so they have higher expectations. Because in first attempt you could not perform better, so it is your second attempt and in second attempt you should be well prepared, so that is why they have higher expectations from you. But if you go as a fresher with little preparation and if you perform little well there, then your original response will be there. Okay, and it will be your originality, right? So it will be more preferred as compared to the performance of a repeater, right? So being a fresher is golden opportunity for you, and you may have seen that freshers who are not very well prepared and they perform average, they get recommended. All right, and repeaters who perform very well, who have done very hard work, okay, and they have been doing hard work for preparing SSB since a very long time, but despite of it they are not able to clear even screening. Okay, that is the difference between being a repeater and being a fresher. See, when you report to SSB center, there are 3-4 type of candidates: freshers, screened out candidates, and those candidates who have been conferenced out, and some candidates who have been previously recommended. So first thing which is done there, there is grouping. All right, fresher candidates will be separated, screened out candidates will be separated, and repeaters will be separated. Repeaters and screened out candidates may be mixed up and they may sit in a common group, but freshers will be completely separated. They will have separate groups. Now let's take one example and understand the difference between being a repeater and being a fresher. I went to attend a SSB for Air Force at 2 AFSB Mysore, Karnataka. I scored 248 marks in AFCAT written examinations and I covered a very long distance to attend this interview from Delhi to Mysore. In SSB on day 1, in OIR test, I did 96 questions correctly out of 100 questions in both the tests, OIR 1 and OIR 2. So that means my OIR rating was 1. I was well prepared for that SSB interview because I was a repeater. I wrote a very nice story completely and I narrated it very well, confidently, with fluency. I took active participation in group discussion also, and when I was narrating my story, despite of having good story and good narration, confident narration, he stopped me. IO stopped me. He was sitting in middle and he stopped me by saying that okay, I got your story next. And in my group there were many candidates who performed really well. Their story was good and their narration was also good and their participation in group discussion was also good. And in my group there were around 15 candidates and only one candidate got screened in from our group and I was screened out. All right, you can see the situation. Despite of having that much good score, 248 out of 300, I have made a separate video on this, that how I scored 248 marks and how I prepared for this particular attempt. What was my strategy, what was my planning. I have made a separate video on it. If you have not watched it yet, so please must watch it before appearing for AFCAT written examination. And my OIR rating was 1, my story was good, my narration was good, my GD was good, but despite of it, result was screened out. Now let's take another scenario of freshers. Okay, in group of freshers there were 8 to 10 candidates in a group, and these candidates were unable to narrate their story properly, confidently. They were nervous and fumbling. And in a GD of repeaters, as last candidate finishes his story, whole group is ready to jump into the battleground and a massive fish market gets started. But in that group nobody started group discussion. Last candidate finished his story but nobody started group discussion, nobody initiated. All right, assessors told candidates to start but nobody had dared to start group discussion, okay, to speak a single line. Then assessors pointed candidates directly that you speak, you speak. Then after forcing by assessors, candidates spoke only a few points. Then they asked to give common story of the group, okay. Then nobody was ready to give common story and nobody nominated anyone. But if we talk about group of repeaters, there are many candidates who are ready to give common story. Even they get up from their seat to give their common story without nomination. But in that group of freshers, nobody was ready to give common story. So you can see the situation. What was the situation? They were unable to narrate their story, they were shy, they were nervous, and they did not take participation in group discussion actively, and nobody initiated. Okay, now see the result. Out of these 10 candidates, 5 candidates were screened in, and from the group of repeaters only one candidate was screened in, despite of having that much good performance. From my group many candidates were deserving. They performed really well in their narration, group discussion, and their way of speaking was very nice, and they were really deserving candidates. But despite of it, they were rejected, and freshers, those who were unable to speak properly, they were screened in. That is the difference between being a repeater and being a fresher. Okay, so please keep that thing in your mind. Freshers get more preference as compared to repeaters. Okay, so if you are going to attend SSB first time, so please go with little preparation. Okay, give your best, give your 100%. You have highest chances of getting recommendation if you are going for SSB first time. And if you are going through written entry first time, then this is golden opportunity for you. So that is the importance of your first SSB as a fresher. Please don't go to see only process, go with preparation, give your 100%. So please don't go to SSB without preparation and don't waste your first chance. This is golden opportunity and you will never get such opportunity again. Once you get a tag of repeater, then you will have a lot of difficulties even in getting screened in. And in screening, if you get screened out thrice and 4 times in a row, then your morale, your self-esteem, your confidence will start getting low, and this process will continue, and after 5-6 SSBs we give up. right? And then we have very bad end. So that is why I'm suggesting you, please give your first attempt with your 100%. Do practice on OIR, writing stories and narrating story, and taking active participation in group discussion. In group discussion you will not face much difficulty if you are going as a fresher, because there will be only 5-6 candidates who will speak properly, and there will not be much competition, so you can put your points easily and you can get attention of your group and your assessors. And if you get screened in your first attempt or second attempt, then you will be quite confident, all right, and you will not have fear of screening. Otherwise, if you are not a screened in candidate for 4-5 SSBs, then you will not be confident and screening will be very difficult task for you. But if you get screened in first two attempts, then you will be very confident and you will see the whole process of 5 days, then you will do preparation accordingly, all right. So that is the message which I want to pass with you people, because I have seen a lot of candidates who think like that and they go to attend SSB with this attitude and then they come back on day one, right? So please don't do that. एंड आई होप आपको ये वीडियो इन्फॉर्मेटिव एंड वैल्यूएबल लगा होगा, और यदि लगा हो तो प्लीज़ लाइक और शेयर जरूर कीजिए. एंड फॉर गेटिंग more such important videos related to your all defense written examinations and SSB, hit on subscribe and bell icon and active all notifications so you can get all the videos time to time. And all the very best for your written examinations and SSB. And that's all for today. Bye bye.